Beloved, good morning. Good morning and welcome to Peny Radio. We're live on Facebook, PenyGH. We're live on YouTube, PenyGH. We're also live on our website, PenyGH.com or radio.PenyGH.com. You can as well catch us live from our mobile app, the Peny Radio mobile app. This is GTTS, Gospel to the Streets. And today I'm here with my brother Alex, Mr. Ubuntu. And we have a very important and simple message to share. We want to discuss something that is bothering the whole of the nation, something that is bothering every home. And so if you're watching us on Facebook, you're watching us on YouTube, kindly share that for someone to join. Let someone be a part of this. Let someone also contribute. Let's help build ourselves. Let's build society. Let's build our nation. And so I want you to join me. Welcome Mr. Ubuntu to the house. Mr. Ubuntu, good morning and welcome.
Good morning to you and your cherished listeners and viewers live on Facebook and on YouTube. And it's good to be here. It's another Friday. Thank God it's Friday.
Yeah. You know, sometimes when I'm welcoming you, I feel someone, who is supposed to welcome who? But hey, it's Friday and it's GTTS. It's Gospel to the Streets. So I think we've missed 2 weeks. Oh, it's just a week. It's two. All right, so we'll make it up for it. All right, so today we want to reflect on the street is hot. Who is to be blamed? The street is hot. You know, in the street, we have the code, and the code of the street is love. So if the street is hot, it could be positive, it could be negative. But in this case, it's very negative. The street is hot. There are so many things happening on our streets. There are so many things happening in our society. So many things going on. And who is to be blamed? And so, Mr. Ubuntu, we have a task. And with our viewers and listeners, we want to see who is to be blamed and also see if we can have a solution to this. The street is really hot. The street is hot. And so I want us to start on this note. Okay. I know that there are so many people who have completed their, if not tertiary education, the second cycle institutions. People in the house, people are jobless, people have finished their national service and they are on the streets. They don't have any work to do. And currently we hear of some happenings which are not too pleasant. You hear robbery here and there. The other time on the Gimpa Road, I heard someone threw an object through the window of a car just to rob. Just here, pig farm, someone was gunned down. And then this Kasua thing just yesterday, another bullion van being, and there's so many things happening on the streets. What do you think is the cause of all these things? I don't know if I should say injustice, if I should say crime, if I should say, what do you think?
You know, we cannot just sit down and sci-fi or try to do a postmortem on some of these issues without any kind of expert advice. But you know, this is from our own point and how we also see the event unfolding. People can term this as common, and others will go and say it's natural. It's natural to feel unloved. You know, on the street, it's natural to feel unwelcomed on the street. And then you also see it's common that people will reject you. That is common that you will have your house being burgled or robbed at even during the daytime, to have somebody being gunned down, you know, even having this whole security men even being involved as victims especially on this bullion van case, where I reading in fact, let's applaud our journalists. The way they put out the story, you feel like you are in the movie and watching how the man was shot straight to the head, and the bullet penetrated. I don't know the kind of windshield that the bullion vans use, but when we watch our movies, our sci-fi movies, Hollywood movies, and you see bullion vans being shot at and the bullet will not go through, and how these are bullion vans. You see, so it's the blame game, like we are talking about, is spread. It has spread across all aspects and all sectors. Okay, and we cannot again say we are giving a postmortem of whatever that has inquired and who to put the final blame on. But I think we should second guess every aspect of our life. If we can second guess every aspect of our life, we can do this. We can do this.
All right. So I think I also want to add up to this, and knowing that some of these things is the energetic ones who will stand up and do some of these things, the youth. So if all these things are happening, can we say that it's because people just want to survive? That is why they are doing some of these things, just to survive.
As adaptive psychology, you know that. Let's adapt. Let's fix ourselves. It's true. We all want to belong. We all want to belong somewhere. It's a race, even though Bible says it is not to the swift. But you see, with the way things are coming, it's like the race is actually to the swift. If you cannot run, all the things that you were supposed to have achieved, or you should have gotten, they've passed. So the youth, us, is us. Okay, and it's because of the burden we have come to inherit. That's why I started by saying we've deemed it as like natural or common. The kind of pressure that is put on us now is like unbearable. At a certain age, you are expected to have
this or that. So that the achievements and the expectations are too much for people to bear.
Seriously. And you see, your parents will begin to even compare you to them. You see that at your age, I did this. At your age, I did this. And when you get out to the world and you meet your peers, sometimes you can attest to the fact that yes, your parents are right, and then the pressure mounts. You see that thing?
Yeah.
So I want to back you and say yes, it is us youth who have that other aspect of blame to carry.
All right, but then if because people want to survive, just because they want to survive, and they're doing all of these, what can be put in place? What are some of the things that can be put? I'm looking at the home setting, because we know that they say that the home is the domestic church. Okay, is there something that can be done at home to make the younger ones, okay, right from the beginning, right from the word go, get some kind of edge? Because it's all boils back to I want to survive. I just want to survive. Is there anything that can be done from our homes as families to make the people feel that survivor is not about going this way to just achieve what you want to achieve?
I so much like the home aspect. You see, if we build it up well, the society, which is inclusive of several homes, will be better, and all these incidents will not have been happening. And I think in the house or at home, if our parents can accept the self-responsibility, then they can also build us with self-integrity, with honesty inside this. I'm honest with you. You see, that is what parents, I see most of our parents do not want to to inculcate in us that kind of self-responsibility, to build us with this kind of virtues of self-integrity and honesty. I am telling you that tomorrow you can make it. I am being honest with you that I will provide you with 10 Ghana cedis. You see? And I know that with that 10 Ghana cedis, based on these certain terms that I'm giving to you, I'm going to connect you to this. I'm going to open your mind to this. And you know, the youth, we that is our first house. That is where we listen to first. You see, and as for the outside, the peers, they are talking about that they have pressure. If you have, if you are being built up very well from the house, no matter what, we are all youths even up to now. And you sometimes we can, when we are rubbing shoulders with others, not to papa so and I with any other thing near, but you know that there are certain virtues you carry that others do not carry.
Sure.
Yes, it's simply because we've had that. Parents have taken that as a self-responsibility, that if this my daughter, my son does not become who I want or who I think, then society will shape the person for you.
All right. So it means that the pressure is even coming it starts from the home, where it's supposed to rather build us, it's rather destroying us.
Seriously.
Wow. So it means that the expectation is on what I'm putting in quote parents, what parents want for their awards, and not what they can do.
No.
All right. So
yeah, and I think you should say that again, because it's rather what they want and not what they can do.
Sure. So what it means is that as the young ones are also coming, you need to monitor them, see their strengths, and then you shape them towards what they can do. That is why there are lots of people complete the education. I know of so many. I'm a computer scientist, and computer science. What do you know? I did computer science. So which aspect of it do you do programming? Do you do research? What do you do? System security? What? No, I did computer science, and that is it. Because the person probably responded to what the parents wanted him to do, or followed blindly to take the course, and so there was no passion to build ahead. And once we push people to do what we want, they will end up not knowing how to apply it.
Never.
Even when they complete.
No.
So do you also think that our educational system is
I don't know why we have to go back to educational system, because I think in our last episode we talked about something like that, and if we must I would say we will be lambasting them, our educational system.
You know, I since we want to help build, okay, if you want to help build, you punch in the holes.
That's fine.
And then you see how best we can also contribute our ideas.
Seriously, because I think not without any formal research into the educational sector, because this is from my own personal point of view, we have not been fair with ourselves.
Okay.
Because we have thought that from time colonial, what our people left for us, the colonial fathers, what they left for us, if we wanted to, you know, that's why I like missionary schools. The missionary schools, they say we want to go technical, and no, we do technical for you, because they have come to see this geographical location, and they are okay that these people, if we put this kind of a type of education for them, this is what they can benefit.
Okay.
Not what we will benefit. This is what can benefit them.
Okay.
So when you visit some of these our communities, I can cite some at there's a technical school there. How do you call it? St. Clair's. Okay. And it's for ladies. They have this seamstress, home economics, food and nutrition, and you realize that the ladies, when they come out, they're already.
Yeah, I also know of the Don Bosco.
You see?
Yeah, one at Odumasi, and then one here after Ashaman. there's one there.
So you see, if look at how they were thinking for us, they know what we will benefit out of that particular kind of or type of education. And now what did we do when we took over? We decided that because we have gone there to study, let's bring what they have studied to us.
Okay.
And the people, when they came, they did not bring what they have studied over there for us. We rather went to go and bring. you go and learn and now come and want to come and put. How about somebody who has? Who has? And in coming here, did not come to give you what he has. Rather helped you to know that you have.
Exactly.
So you see what we have done to ourselves.
Yeah.
And now look at what is happening. We say we have to know ABCD. We've known a lot of ABCD. You are talking about computer science.
Yeah.
We have people who have done computer, they cannot write a single line of code.
Yeah.
Just write a single line of code that we even print hello. No, somebody cannot do it. And I'm also a computer science student, but I've sat in class with a lot, and I'm saying this with all honesty. Okay? We've just been following because of the way they have painted or pictured, or let me just say represented our educational system to look so lucrative, like as if they are doing beauty pageant. You just look at the outside, it's fine, but when you enter, and
I think that is something that we need to take seriously, because talking about mission schools, talking about technical education, talking about all these, but if you have all those structures in the home to build up the child, and you send the person out to study, and now there is not too good, what you built in the house will be meaningless. Looking at what you said, technical education, we have so many raw materials in our country, Ghana, in our continent, and we don't have that knowledge to process all these raw materials. Okay, and it one thing that shocked me is the way we see people who attend technical schools. Oh, you did not pass well, so go to this technical school. You did not do so, go to this technical school. You get it? But then I think the technical school is supposed to be our priority. That is what it's supposed to be. But what the educational system is trying to do now is to, I don't know if we want to export our graduates. Yeah. But then there's something that is happening even in Europe now. You know, Americans have a green card.
Yes.
Europe is introducing something like a blue card. And what they are looking for is skilled labor from these areas.
Our sector.
Exactly. You get it. So the people that we are not even training that much, they want to come and tap into it and push them away, because the society, the street is hot, and so everyone want to jump out of it. It's very hot. People want to jump out of it, and so if something like a blue card comes, you see people who be running to.
If I get to, I will also do. Because it's maybe because if you've not been fed well in the house, you have to look elsewhere,
But you see, something is really happening, and look at all these things going on. I think people are hungry. People are not, and this thing did not start today. And I think it's because social media is now giving people the voice. You get it? Social media is giving. Gone are the days that even if you have to make a phone call, you need to get a card, go to the phone booth, make a call. People, even you go and queue at call center. But now social media is out there. So whatever you do, social media will amplify it. So gone are those days that, so when you say, people will say it is not new, it's true, it's not new. But now social media is amplifying it. Social media is giving people the voice. So if social media is giving people the voice, why don't we do something about it? And I also want to say that our choices. I think we are not being guided well when we are making choices in life.
That is why we started by putting out that if your house is not in order, you probably will not be able to, because your parents have not taken that self responsibility. And parenting in this own aspect is a question. If the people in question as your parents are not also good or are not fit to be parents enough, okay, so that can also affect you as a youth,
Okay.
growing up. But if so, parenting, if people who have that responsibility of guiding you themselves have not been guided, and you see, so it's like backlash. I didn't get this from my father. If the time of my father,
Yeah.
who are you to do it? So it's like because you didn't get,
I shouldn't also get.
you see that thing. So and the child has to always be listening to this and hearing this from you as a parent. From the mother side, you also get. From the father side, you will get. Now, who will you listen to? The society.
Yeah.
When you come out, you now do comparison. What we do as youth when we come outside is comparison.
Yeah.
I'll compare your house to my house.
Yeah.
Then if I find out your house is far better than my house, maybe I'll come to your house and eat. And as I eat from your house, I take from your house everything, not
Yeah.
just food. Okay. The comparisons that your own parents will also make about my parents, the comparisons your parents will make about myself and you, and the future they have for you. So now it becomes a question mark onto me, and the pressure is like, Adena, why are my parents not doing this? So you see, most people now, most youth, you you begin to now even hate your parents before you hate the society. Then you relegate them. After relegating them, now anybody you see, that is what it brings about all these crimes. Because if that respect, if that obedience, or if that all these virtues are missing in the house, the vice is there. You can break. You see, this our mind. You can sit down. That's why Bible says the devil finds work for an idle hand.
Yeah.
Because your parents have not put anything in your hand, the devil will come and look for you. What happens in Matthew when Jesus was tempted? You see that after fasting and all those things, when he was left alone, that was when the devil came for him.
Yeah.
And after fighting the devil three different occasions, and now when the devil realized that this man is above me, and then we are told at the end part that the angels came to minister to him. Is that not it?
Sure.
So it's meant that if you leave everything on the youth, and that particular person is, believe me, the personality of Jesus is different. I'm just trying to do that comparison with us here. He was trained.
Okay.
He had parents who were worried if he did not come home. When he was left, when they went to Jerusalem and he was at the temple teaching and asking questions, and they left. When they came back, they were angry with him. You see that they showed concern, and then the Bible was silent up to the age of 30. You see, all those years we are told, okay, post or pre theologians said that he was by then under tutoring, like they were teaching him. He was learning. You see, so for 12 years he was with his parents. Then they handed him over to school.
Okay.
Now even the 12 years, per our educational structure, by then it was 6 years. I don't know where to go school. Anna.
Yeah.
So 5 years you are expected to be in the house with your parents.
Yeah.
What happens during those 5 years? Let me give you a story of my place. So you see, when we were kids, what happened during our time of education? We were so smart. I think my village, we were so smart that education was like one of our hallmarks. People liked it. They love education. So you had the options. Oh, you go to farm or you go to school.
School. Okay.
So it's if you won't farm, you must go to school.
Go to school. Sure.
And like you are saying, the school was also termed as like people who are not strong and they cannot survive the in farm. So yeah, the number school. So people who went to school, you too, you have to prove to leave the village. Like after the GHS, you must leave the village.
You must leave.
So if you don't write and pass and you don't leave, because if you don't pass, you can't leave the village.
Sure.
You will still be with us. Then you'll be in trouble. People will give it to you.
Okay.
So people over there by then, once you have been handed over to school and not to farm, your target is also to leave the village, so that the next time we are seeing you is vacation.
Okay.
Because by then you have gone to this their OOO and things.
Yeah.
So during those times when it came to our time as youth to go to school, nobody will even come and tell you to go to school, because now the options were already open.
Yeah.
Once you are not following your dad or your mother to the farm,
you are in school.
So these two were paramount.
Sure.
So you see how the whole thing was, and I liked it because it gave all of us sense of like a sense of responsibility.
Okay.
You are being responsible for your own self.
Yeah.
Because the options are clear.
Yeah.
Here now, on our era, the options are many. Social media has come to add its own option.
Yeah.
So if you don't train up the child, social media will train the child for you.
Yeah.
The society will also train the child for you.
Sure.
His or her peers will train the child for
sure.
you. Who now bears the final consequences?
Sure.
Bullion vans or what? Or the policemen.
So one other thing also is that you see our systems. Okay. So I was talking to someone and the person was saying that the only difference between I asked the person a question that, so why is it that the Ghanaians who travel outside, okay, if we're saying that we don't obey rules, okay, why is it that when a Ghanaian or an African get the chance to travel outside, the person obeys the rules and regulations there? And the person told me that there what they do is the system is such a way that it is difficult for you to be at fault, for you to break the rules. And so once you break it, you take full responsibility of it. You don't blame the system.
That's all.
And then I told the person to give me one example. And then the person told me that you see that on our routes, there are places that we've got that no one should pass there. Okay, like don't pass here. Yes. Like circle. There's a place that they've gathered that don't pass, but people still jump over it.
Like those stones.
Exactly. And so the person was telling me that, you see this thing, they will not give you the option not to cross. There will be an overpass. So that if you do not use the overpass, you don't cross. And then where they've raised that bar, they make it too obvious that once you jump this, you are a criminal. So even if there's no policeman standing and the camera captures you, you get your tickets for that. So the system will check you before the human factor comes in. And so he said that is the only difference. Because once the human factor comes first, then you put the person, that human who is going to check, in trouble. That is where, Mr. Rao, this is the first time, and this, and then 20 CDs will go.
I didn't know.
And then 1 CD will go. And then you get it.
I didn't know.
You get it. So they make it difficult for you to break the law. And once you break it, you take full responsibility of it. So it has to do with the laws that our lawmakers even set, and how to implement those ones. You get it. So I think one aspect also has to do with our systems. If the system is the systems in place is giving you all the chance to do the right thing, then I don't think some of these things will be happening.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
Because outside, most of the bad things that we see here, worse things happen there more than here. But the system deals with those people. But here people do it, and I don't care because Kofi did it. I'm also doing it. And sometimes one funny thing is you see a military police officer standing there. Someone is doing the thing. And so I think the system is also, if it's to some way, the system is loose.
It's to who it benefits. That's what
anyway.
I also say. It's to whom it benefits. If the policeman is standing there, he knows that even you after committing that crime, it will not benefit him if he has to take you on. Why should I?
Why should I even disturb myself?
Exactly. So if it will benefit him for catching you, then that is all. He will catch you and then put it right before you that you've committed a crime. But if he knows that no, it will not benefit me, I will not. You see, I've seen this. Okay, where you meet up with people on the road, you are caught up by the policeman for not doing this and not doing that. Especially just recent operation that they've been doing on these motorbikes.
Okay.
Yes. So if you can, I heard a story from a gentleman who said he has everything. First, he has paperwork, he has license, he has helmet, he has everything. Some he has, but he was still told that you should park over there and wait 3 hours time. In an attempt to ask why the 3 hours time, he turned to case. You see the thing. So if the policeman was gonna get benefit out of it, then we are not saying policemen are not doing their works. We are only saying that we are talking about the system.
Yeah,
the system. We've been seeing this even in offices.
Yeah.
You apply for a job, and the job, the man is like, if you come there, it will be like my job would rather be given to you. I will not allow you. You see. So if you come there and I rule that your coming will not affect my position, I can allow you pass.
Sure.
You see, you've gone to this yesterday we were at a bank, okay, and we paid after doing the deposit. But we came out to pick our car. The security guy came around and said, Masamuko. And once we are entering the car, you know that we are going. Like in my mind, what is it? They said, oh, so Muko. And I still did not understand the language. So my guy asked me, do I have 2 5/5s? I said, oh, Charlie, I don't get to. He said, hey, this man too. I said, why? He said, oh, once he's doing this,
the person no confused.
Exactly. So you see, the system is working, but it has to benefit someone.
Somewhat.
So much as he is providing security for your car, when you come out, he needs to get that benefit. So if it will benefit us, let's work on it.
Sure.
And that is what the educational system also is. Some people, it benefited them. And they thought or otherwise that it will benefit you too. So they look at what is happening now with the way the first, second, and third, whatever it is going. Frankly, I have not had the opportunity of being able to track. This is when first class green is going. And every now and then I have to keep asking.
Someone is at home, someone is here, someone is there.
When I see, I have to ask just to confirm that you have a reason for being in the house. You see that thing? Why not just make it plain that we all know this is what it's... I was just trying to give you the structure of the educational system then before the 1980s. You see, the way they did it, it was plain for you and I to read. And so when you want to guide your child, you know how to. But now, how do you guide your child?
You know, it's just like, it's similar to a broken home. Okay, so now you there, and that is where if you're not a parent who likes probing issues, okay, who like doing background checks, your child will go wayward. It's just like the broken home. Okay, the mother is living here, the father is living there, and the child can go to the mother at any time, can go to the father at any time, and at this moment you think that your child is with his or her mother. At the moment, the mother also thinks that this child is with the father, and the child is with none of you at that particular moment. And because you people are not communicating, the child can do whatever he or she wants, knowing that, oh, my father wouldn't know where, my father would think I'm with my mom would think I'm here, and then I can go wherever I want. Now, if someone is in the house, if a student who is supposed to be in school is in the house, and you're a parent who does not, so why are you, I'm a good track, I'm not going to school. If you're not someone who want to check in the school to know what is happening, then so good or you get it. And so that's what I said. The system is loose. The home is not too strong. And now, as a youth, you also want to take issues in your own hands.
Of course.
You get it. And when the burden is too much for you, that is where the hotness begins.
Yeah.
The streets becomes too hot, and you want an exit point. You want somewhere. But I also want to, don't you think that the youth also have a part to play in this? Because if you see that the system is not too that, and the home, the background is not too that, do you also have to fall through like that? And yeah, at least some people are seeing, you see, there's one thing I always say, that the same thing that A will see as a challenge, B will see as an opportunity. Because probably B has already prepared to face that thing that A is seen as a challenge. So don't you think the youth, we also have to brace ourselves up, knowing that this is nothing new?
Well, let me just say the date I gave of the 1986. It's actually plus one.
Plus,
87.
okay, 87.
So, and with this, okay, it's, I don't know how we can term it as socially appropriate behaviors. Like, when I say socially appropriate behaviors, like what you term as, say, is acceptable by all as a youth, then you can work on that. You know, I have had exchange of societies. I mean, like place to place, and sometimes other places, they do not like you talking too much.
Okay.
They are okay having you just responding and nodding.
Exactly.
Other places, they want you to ask questions, like you are talking about probing.
Yeah.
And they are okay. Say, when I ask you, will you go? Don't just give me yes. Say yes. When I wake up at 9 a.m., I'll make sure I finish bathing, and then I'll come around at this. You see that? And other places, they probably just want you to carry you in the process. Like we'll sit there and say, let's plan on going.
Exactly.
So when you understand your society, you are able to appropriately behave accordingly to fit in to that society. It's good to be unique in your own way, but as to whether you are welcomed, and it's when people feel they are not welcomed, that is why or how they now go about doing other things,
okay,
outside of what is regarded of them. So I will say we have to again second guess ourselves as youth. Self-blame sometimes is good. You can blame yourself, but as to whether that will define the entirety of your life, when you are giving self-blame, when you are going to blame yourself as somebody, you should also note that there are options for you. There are going to be options for you. What are the options? One, to allow that blame to carry every aspect of your dream again, or to allow it rather give you options to follow. So I want to put this, that one, as a youth, it is good that if you are from a broken home and then you shouldn't let that be a hindrance. You have several options. That is why we have the church. The church. I remember in the Bible it says that when you have an issue with a brother, and then you invite this and that and that and that and that. So if your home is not, that is not the only last place to shape you. You have your church. If you are not a church goer, you have a mosque. If you are not a mosque goer, they say we are a secular nation as a nation. So you can choose another option that defines you. But thank God, here at Penny Radio, that is what we stand for, hope for the hopeless. When you feel like all your hopes are coming to an end, or all your aspirations are coming to an end, please talk to us, or come. Let's reason together. We definitely will help you find hope for yourself. We definitely will help you find the right path for your life. So I believe that people can, we all have a responsibility as youth to take the matters into our hands. You can blame yourself naturally. You can blame yourself commonly because of where you come from. But you cannot deny yourself of what God has for you.
Exactly. All right. So this is GTTS. And today we're talking about matters of the street. The street is hot. Who is to be blamed? We're looking at situations that are happening. We're looking at joblessness. We're looking at street crimes. We're looking at what is happening in the education system, what is happening in our homes. And we're looking at what is happening to the youth of this nation. If you have any comment, you can share with us in the comment section or in the chat session. Who is to blame? The street is hot. Crimes here and there. People are complaining. Who is to be blamed? But for me, I also think that as youth, we also have a part to play in this, just as my brother Alex said. And you see that as youth, okay, you know that the foundation is not too good. You yourself, you know, and you've blamed your parents for long. You've blamed the society for long. You've blamed your friends. You've blamed God. You've blamed so many people, okay, and you keep blaming, and you still want to survive, but you are too picky and too selective. You are too, any opportunity that comes, you don't even try. The moment they mention it, you think this one there is not mine. This one there is not mine. You want something that will make you feel too comfortable. Something that you see that some people, the only thing they think the work they think they can do is to sit when someone is buying something. What are you buying? Okay, then I pick. What are you buying? Then I pick. What are you? How many people are going to get that money to set you up? Just to sit at one place and sell. How many people are going to have the chance to employ you into a white collar job? How many people are going to? So we as youth, you also have a part to play. Some of us are too picky. This one, no, this is too involving. This is too tedious. This, no, me, I finished SHS. Me, I finished university. I can't do this one. I can't do this. Some of us are too picky, and I think we also to be blamed for the street. Yeah. You know, someone said the country is too big, but if you do not take care, it cannot contain you, because you don't have anywhere to fit. So I think we the youth, we also to be blamed, because we already know that the society, the system is this. We already know that the background, our foundation, we know. Our educational system, we know. All those things. But after knowing all these, what can we do for ourselves? What can we do for ourselves as youth of this whole continent? Can we keep running outside of our country to other places? And you know one funny thing, the things that we will not do in our country, when we go out there, we will do it. They are the same things we do.
If how it is valued over there, that is.
And let me tell you this. You see, there are some things that we say that, oh, if you do this work here, the money you get is not same as you get there.
Yes.
You know why it is like that? It is because there, whatever thing they are doing, whatever thing they have to pay on it, whatever work they have to do, whatever time they need to use to accomplish, they go with the time because the system is checking all those things. If you have to pay your tax, the system is checking it. And when you pay your tax, they make sure that they use it for the right things that will benefit you.
So the system is working.
The system is working. You get it? So the system is working. And so if we keep on carrying our labor, like the labor force there, and we go and work there, whatever you get, a part of it is going into their development. And by the time you bring that money to Ghana, they say that, oh, by the time you come and you nane, the street is so hot that although the money is plenty, but it buys nothing. So if you even stayed in Ghana and did that same work, it would have paid off. Who knew that there were going to be people collecting refuse like bola and get money out of it?
Plenty.
There are so many people who will not want to venture into that, but tell you the money they are making, but we want to polish up and go and sit in the office, and at the end of the month they pay us 1,000, 1,200. But the money they get in a week is more than what you get at the month, at the end of the month. So you get it. And if we're if some of us we also when we're talking about the education system and how the technical education, okay, some of us, if they told us to go to a technical school, we would have even insulted them, because we think that to be respected, you need to go to the secondary school or the senior high school. And so we abandon the skill.
Yeah.
We abandon but it is the skill that brings the development, the money, all those fulfillment you need. But you abandon that skill and you go and do reading. So what can we do as youth to help ourselves if the system is not helping us? If the elders are not helping us, what can we do as youth?
I think we all know the truth. Everybody here knows the truth. Why do we still organize short trainings for people? It's because we missed out on the technical way of life. So now, even though they say project management, we hear 1 week intensive.
Yeah.
We hear come for a short course. What are those short courses designed for? It's because of what you missed.
What you missed, you're going back to it.
You're going back. But if we had paid attention to the truth, that let's build you in this aspect. I remember when I was doing my SHS, I had several options to choose from. Go to scientists. And when I say the several options, I mean like people, the voices that were coming to me.
Sadly.
Go do science, go do arts, go do this and that. Then I don't know, but some of us, you see, when you are working with a certain way of life that God just wants you to do, you don't want to deviate from that, no matter how heavy or how noisy the voices are. So I went to the class and sat down, any of the classes. And the classes, I just sat in the visual class. And I decided that, okay, then I'm not going out. And, when the guys came in, I said, boy, are you in the right class? So, one of them just came close and was so, involved in my matter. That was all. I sat in the class. I didn't go out. And this is where we all are still fighting for. That people should be allowed, okay, to do this technical aspect of life.
Exactly.
It opens up your mind and you accept every other thing. Let me just say that, because when I say accept, it's like you can go through every other means of life.
When what people will see as a challenge, you think it's an opportunity.
Seriously.
So I think the youth, society has a lot to do, but the youth, you also have a lot to do.
Yeah.
The street is hot, but you cannot just jump out of the street. You need to survive in the street. Everyone is to be blamed. Everyone, the youth, family, system, leaders, subordinates, everyone. We cannot leave anyone out. Everyone is to blame. Honestly. Because there are times, and there's one thing our leaders need to know. Okay. If you fail to build a system or a society that welcomes everyone and provides for everyone according to what the person can carry, that is where the society that you create develops people who will rise up against you. And it's sad that the people they are trying to rob from are also poor. Look at the person they shot at Pig Farm. Is that they checked, he had nothing on him. There was nothing in the bag, but they still shot him and took the bag. Now they'll go open the bag and regret ever doing it. So we all make up the society. So this is GTTS, and today we discussed the street is hot. Who is to blame? Mr. Ubuntu, any final words?
Yeah, my final words are just two. Okay, one, self-blame is necessary. Okay, much as you want to blame yourself for what you personally as a youth have not been able to achieve, you should know that it's necessary, because that is what makes you matured. It means you are ready to take up responsibilities. Because once you can do self-blame, know that you also have self-responsibility.
Yeah.
So if you are blaming yourself for not being able to do something, know that you can also stand up and say, I can do something. So take responsibilities into your hands and work towards achieving every other dream that of yours. So self-blame is good, but let it be backed with or by self-responsibility. And then to our parents, is that they should take cognizance of our the reasons why we have to be brought into existence. That what they want for us is not what we also want for ourselves. 21st century.
Yeah.
Before we realize we are in 22nd. And even now we are running to 5G. You can imagine.
Oh God.
Tesla just released. Okay, and so you see how the development or things are changing.
Yeah.
A gentleman bought a bicycle and thought he was the richest man in his village. One man brought motor, and then he said, I've overtaken you. Another one brought 4-wheel. So now we have people who fly not on a commercial flight, private.
Yeah.
So you see how we see wealth, or how we see success. So the success stories differ. What do you as a parent would seem or would deem as a success story for your child might not be what the child is looking at. The child probably does not even want to build a house, does not probably want to even buy a car. He also wants to just achieve certain degrees, probably, or get a home of his own kind. Not what you think, because you will say, oh, what the child sees when he's on top of the tree is not what you see when you are seated down. It's where you invariably what the child sees going up there, the kind of steps he or she has to take climbing up that thing. There are all experiences. Let them go through the experience and let them learn to appreciate themselves.
All right, let them go through the experience. Don't force anything on your child. Don't force anything on the youth. And youth, let's be proactive. All right, so this is GTTS Gospel to the Streets. I want to say a very big thank you and God bless you to all of you for joining us. All right, so tomorrow at exactly 7:30 a.m. we'll bring you the live worship with Ben Cranton. At exactly 5 p.m. we'll bring you Fire Up Your Day with Evangelist Nanosei. All right, so take good care of yourself. It has been GTTS, and I want to say thank you to Mr. Ubuntu. So stay safe, take good care of yourself. We'll meet again next week. It is a bye from here.